Hello, this is Sherlock Barker the Fourth, and today is, I believe it's Tuesday, Veterans Day, uh, uh, November 11th, 2025. I'd like to thank you for joining me, Sherlock Barker the Fourth, the host here at Michael Kajowski's channels at TikTok and YouTube. So this is an edition of a book talk. And today I'd like to read a passage from the great literary classic, The Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, with the famous literary fictional detective Sherlock Holmes and his famous sidekick, Dr. Watson. As you know, played by many actors in various Sherlock Holmes movies and TV series. So I'd like to read a passage. This is toward the middle of this literary work, where a character named Jack Stapleton, who is an entomologist and a schoolmaster, and at this stage of the plot, arguably a somewhat suspicious person in The Hound of the Baskervilles, is giving sort of a tour or description of the countryside of the moors. And the setting here is in England, in Great Britain. So here they are talking out in the countryside. We had come to a point where a narrow grassy path struck off from the road and wound away across the moor. A steep boulder sprinkled hill lay upon the right, which had in bygone days been cut into a granite quarry. The face, which was turned towards us, formed a dark cliff with ferns and brambles growing in its reaches. From over a distant rise, there floated a grey plume of smoke. Well, certainly you can see in the writing style there the difference between the 19th century writing style and the 21st century of a pulp fiction. Moderate walk along this moor path brings us to Merpet House, said he. This is Jack Stapleton talking. Perhaps you will spare an hour that I may have the pleasure of introducing you to my sister. My first thought, and this is the writer, probably Dr. Watson, the narrator, first person, my first thought was that I